Thank you for watching the Nature Center show. My name is Michael Price. I'm the director of the San Angelo Nature Center. Today I want to talk a little bit about an animal that's not found right here specifically in the Concho Valley, but is very, very common throughout other parts of Texas, such as East Texas, eastward through southern Florida. It's almost the North American icon of the American alligator. The American alligator is a reptile, just like snakes, lizards, and turtles. Reptiles are vertebrate animals, which means they have a backbone, just like we do. They're also ectothermic animals, which means they get their body temperatures, they're dependent upon outside sources. For example, if I were to take this alligator outside and it's 110 degrees outside, his internal body temperature would be 110 degrees. Or if I were to take him outside and the temperature is 35 degrees, his internal body temperature would drop to 35 degrees. Humans and other mammals and birds are endothermic animals, which means our body heat is generated from the inside of our body. It's not related to what the outside temperatures are. For example, if we go outside when it's 115 degrees outside, our internal body temperature will still be 98.6. Or if we go out when it's 45 degrees outside, our internal body temperature will still be 98.6. Now, reptiles are scaly. Reptiles are not slimy, even animals that live in water, such as alligators. They're very, very scaly. They have large plates on their backs, as well as on their tails. Alligators have three primary ways of defending themselves in the wild. The first thing they'll do is they will try to get away. Even from a predator the size of a human, an adult alligator still fears that. So they will do their best to crawl away, to get into water, to swim away. The second thing they do if they feel threatened is they will use their tails. You see how he's trying to whip me right now with his tail. They'll use their tails as a weapon. These tails they have a lot of bony-like structures. They're very, very heavy. They're very muscular because their tail is what they primarily use to swim. When they're underwater, an alligator will put his legs right next to his body and just use his powerful tail to swim in a back and forth motion like this. So therefore, if a potential predator is hit by the tail, it can be very painful. The third thing they'll do is they'll use their many rows of small teeth. You can get a view of it there. Very, very pin-like teeth to bite. They'll actually bite if they feel threatened. And if I were to let go of this little guy, I'm sure that he feels threatened enough to use those things. But you can see these large bony plates on their back. This helps in a multitude of ways. Number one, it protects them from outside predators such as herons and other birds of prey. But it also helps retain moisture. They spend the majority of their lives in or near water. And so these large plates that cover the skin help hold moisture in their bodies. Now alligators, male alligators can achieve lengths of almost 13 feet, while the average is much less than that. A good-sized alligator is 10 feet. Females can approach that same size, but they're quite a bit thinner than the males are. Males are quite husky. A male adult alligator can weigh close to 1,000 pounds. They're primarily nocturnal during the summer months, which means they come out and hunt at night. Many people find alligators by eye shining, and what that means is they'll get in their boats, they'll cruise around in the marshes and the waters where these guys live and shine spotlights. And because of the way the reflection comes back from the alligator, it comes back red. So you can see these little red eyes poking up out of the water. Now alligators feed primarily upon fish and small invertebrates as young. When they're smaller than this one even, when they first born, they're about 12 inches in length, and they feed primarily on earthworms, grubs, crayfish, and small fish. As they get older, when they start getting to this size, they begin to feed on small rodents that come down to the water to drink, also on small birds. They will also feed on turtles, lizards, snakes, frogs, toads, just about any vertebrate animal that can fit in its mouth. While adults will feed primarily on larger prey such as egrets, other large birds, as well as large rodents like rabbits and even deer. He's starting to calm down a little bit here. So you can see his first line of defense is to try to run away from me. Thank you very much for watching the Nature Center show.